So many people want to hit the infamous 10K month. But if your expenses are $9,000, guess what? That means that at the end of the day, you got $1,000 to play with. But if you have a $1,000 month and your expenses are $100, at the end of the day, you got $900 to play with. Who's in a better financial position? What's up, guys? How are you doing today? Welcome to today's video. My name is Damita McGhee, if we have absolutely never met before. And the mission of this channel is to help aspiring and existing entrepreneurs align their business with biblical principles. And a small thing that you can do to help support this mission is simply subscribe to this channel and like this video. And if you feel like there's someone you know who could use this value, share it with them. So let's dig in. Why am I talking about today's topic? Because I am absolutely tired of businesses and entrepreneurs really measuring the wrong things. So focused on how many likes you got on a video or likes you got on a social media post. I'm guilty, so preach it to the choir. However, it's really important to learn what you really should be focused on in your business as it is growing. So today we are talking about the things that you actually should be measuring and that are super important for the viability of your business. Fancy term for this: key performance indicators. Key performance indicators. A key performance indicator, or KPI, is a quantifiable measure used to evaluate the success of an organization, employee, etc., in meeting objectives for performance. Simply put, y'all, it's what we use to measure how we're doing in our business. And you can literally measure so many things across the board when it comes to your business, okay? There are all types of key performance indicators, and I'm actually going to give you a couple of examples. For example, there are customer KPIs or customer metrics, things like customer acquisition costs. So how much does it cost for you to get, a new customer? That's an example of a KPI. Another one would be customer retention. How are you doing measuring how long your customer actually remains a customer? Customer satisfaction, the lifetime value of a customer. So those are some of the metrics you can actually measure for your business, and those are a type of KPI. Another example are marketing KPIs. So how much are you spending on ads? So your ad spend. And when you do spend money on ads, how much does it cost each time someone clicks that ad? So that's called your cost per click, or CPC. There's another one called ROAS, ROAS, and that is your return on ad spend. You can measure things in email marketing, like your open rate when you send an email. How many people open it? What's your click-through rate? What's your bounce rate? You can measure your social media metrics. So with the world of KPIs, all the things that you can measure, when you are new, what should you actually focus on? There are only a few things that in the beginning you really want to make sure you are measuring and that are insanely important for the life and the health of your company. Whether you are a large company or a small company, everybody measures these metrics, everyone, because without measuring them, you'll never know where your company is going. And they are simply revenue, income, profit. What is revenue? Revenue is that top line number. That's the total amount of money that your company generates through the sale of goods and services. And you heard me say top line because oftentimes people think of this as the top line number because it's at the top of your income statement. This is that number that a lot of people can also call gross sales. So you may hear it gross sales, you may hear it top line sales, but they mean revenue. This is the amount of money your company makes before any expenses are taken into account, before any expenses are withdrawn from it. That's what your revenue is. Number two, income. Your income is your revenue that we talked about minus expenses. So we look at all the money your company has generated, all the money that you've made for the month, we subtract any expenses that you have, and now we have your income, also known as net income. You'll also hear this as profit. Why is this number so important? Because this is the number that will tell you how much money you're bringing home, how much money you actually get to keep. So who's in a better position? An entrepreneur who earns $10,000 a month or an entrepreneur who earns $1,000 a month? Some of you guys understand it matters when you look at the key performance indicators, because if your $10,000 and $1,000, that's your revenue. That's what you bring in before expenses. But now we got to look at what is your actual income? What is your profit? And the way to do that is to also account for everything that you've had to spend that month. So entrepreneur A, who earns $10,000 a month, let's say that their expenses are $9,000. So at the end of the day, their income, their net income, their profit is $1,000. Entrepreneur B, their revenue was $1,000 for the month. Now let's look at their expenses. They've been able to keep their expenses in check and keep them to 10% of their total sales. Their expenses are only $100 for the month. So their income, their net income or profit is $900. So again, who's in a better position? So you see why it's really important to use all of these numbers, whether you have been in business for a while or whether you are just starting. One of the biggest challenges I had, you guys, was when I first launched my business, I would be profitable, like on paper, but I couldn't figure out where the money was going. And it seemed like I was profitable, but I had nothing left at the end of the day. And that was because I was not accurately accounting for the expenses in my business and ensuring that I kept business expenses separate from personal expenses. And because they were commingled, because it all went together, I couldn't see that profit at the end of the day. And I didn't account for those expenses correctly. So let me save you the time. Let me collapse some time frames for you. Let me give you some wisdom. First of all, separate your business and your personal expenses. That's one. Finance is completely separate. But number two, make sure you are accounting for those three insanely important KPIs: your revenue, your income, and your profit. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you found this valuable. If you have, make sure that you share it with someone. And listen, I want to help you. If you are trying to start your business and you're just not 100% sure where you should be focusing, like what business should I really start? What should I actually sell? Maybe you've tried several things. And so you can't get consistent profit because you're all over the place. Well, one of the things that you can do is figure out exactly where you should put all your energy. What should you actually sell? And the way to do that, you guys, is to grab the free ebook. If I must say, the value in this ebook is amazing. It is really, really good. I've gotten such incredible feedback from it, and I want you to actually sell a viable product. I really, really do, a viable service. So grab your copy of my free ebook, which is the Ultimate Business Starter Kit. You can get it at ultimatekit.damitamcghee.com. That link will be in the description, and I will see you next time. Bye for now, y'all.